Well, actually, everything's been pretty well covered, and I want to, of course, leave time for some questions, but I'd like to make a couple of observations. And I come to this not just as a former member of Congress, but as someone who ran my party's campaign committee in the House of Representatives. And members of Congress have a lot of ways of testing and trying to determine public sentiment in their districts. We've talked about this a little bit. Their staff can read emails, they can report on calls they get, they can speak to local groups, they can have town hall meetings, but none of this really is a scientifically selected sample of a member's district. Members sometimes will conduct polls, but those are usually done in the period leading up to an election, a few months before an election, and they will test arguments against their opponent, and they will test what people think about their virtues, but they don't really test issues to any degree. And this will provide a way for a member of Congress to have regular feedback, again, from a scientifically selected cross-sample of his district and people who've been given information. Now, that doesn't mean that a member of Congress, as others have indicated, will automatically vote the way these results come in. That's not the job of a member of Congress. A member of Congress is to exercise his or her own independent judgment. But having this kind of information will be very helpful to the member of Congress in trying to make those decisions. And also, it's helpful to the public, because the public will at least have some confidence that members of Congress are listening to the real views in their own districts and not just to the loudest voices. So I'm pleased to be a part of this. I think this has a real chance of being helpful to our form of government, helpful to members of Congress, and I hope that it will be successful. I hope Congress will follow the lead, will establish this through legislation, and in the meantime, I know that some congressional districts will be tested, used as a trial run for this, and it will be very interesting for all of us who've been in public office and for those of you in the media to see how this actually works, because this is a chance for the voices of the public to be heard. Thank you very much.